I knew that a business dedicated to highlighting oatmeal, which is this food that's so great for you, was going to work. From sweet stuff to savory stuff, it's exciting to open everyone's eyes to endless possibilities with oatmeal. I'm Sam Stevens. I'm the chef and owner at Oatmeals in New York City and Quaker's creative oatmeal officer. I grew up in Fairfax, Virginia, right outside DC. I always knew I wanted to come to New York City, so when it came time to make my college decisions, I knew that I wanted to come to New York, so I decided on Baruch and made my way up here when I was 18. My first year here in New York, I was enjoying all the food that New York has to offer, just walking around and being able to grab a slice of pizza or a croissant or pasta, anything. All of a sudden, I realized that my pants couldn't fit, and I was like, what's going on here? I knew I needed to get my act together, so I started working out, I joined a gym, and just really focusing on trying to eat healthy. And that's where, oatmeal sort of came into my life. I knew that starting your day with oatmeal is the best way to go, but then I just read more and more about oatmeal because I got so interested in it. And sort of all the signs pointed to making sure that it was in my diet in a huge way. I experimented with having it for lunch and dinner and just started thinking of all sorts of toppings that I can put on oatmeal. At the time, I saw all of these single item sort of specialty cafes popping up in New York City, and so I just figured, somebody needed to do an oatmeal bar. I was passionate about my oatmeal bar idea, but I really didn't know what steps to take to make that happen. When I graduated, I realized I needed to start supporting myself and making some money, so I took a job as an executive assistant in the investment banking world. I wasn't gonna stay in the investment banking world forever. Leaving a well-paying job and doing this was definitely scary. It was definitely emotional because I just didn't know which way to turn or, how to do this. I really knew that what spoke to me is the restaurant world and the culinary industry in general. Going to culinary school was really like the final push that I needed. I knew that I was taking a chance, but I really believed that I could make this happen, and it took a very long time. It took me, 12 years, but, I think it happened at the right time, and everything I did along the way hopefully has helped to make this a success. Oatmeals, the name of my store, really symbolizes what I'm doing here because oatmeal can be meals throughout the day. It doesn't just have to be breakfast. I have the classics, the peaches and cream and the brown sugar cinnamon raisin. And then I have some modern twists, like our 4 red fruits bowl or pomegranate pistachio. People come in here and they're very surprised to see that I'm offering gorgonzola cheese or pesto or bacon or truffle oil. But then once I show them how to work it into their oatmeal, they're very excited. So we're doing a lot in here, and I want people to think about oatmeal outside of the breakfast realm. I was very excited to have the most iconic oatmeal brand approach me. You say oatmeal and everyone thinks Quaker, and I grew up with Quaker oats on the shelves in my home, and I think most people do. So now as creative oatmeal officer for Quaker, I'm designing recipes for them, and we're doing a lot of online social media content, and together we can get people thinking about oatmeal in new ways. Sometimes I'm just working in here and I turn around and I see a line of customers out the door, and I'm like, wow, I actually did something here that is really working. I just kept holding on to the dream, and I think if anybody has something that they're passionate about, they should really try to go for it. I think, the best advice that I can give anyone about starting their own business is to definitely do your legwork, do your homework. This passion for oatmeal that I have turned into a real business here. I knew there was a place in the market for this, and it feels so good to know that, people are excited about this and just as happy as I am about this business that I created.